just yesterday, the NHL universe just witnessed its first trade of the offseason, and it involves my favorite team. And here I'm going to talk about it and what are my opinions on this trade. How's it going, guys? Mr. Game of Fame here, and welcome to another episode of Sports Talk. In this episode of Sports Talk, we will talk about the big news that came out of Montreal. The Montreal Canadiens just traded away Miguel Sergachev and a conditional second-round pick to the Tampa Bay Lightning in exchange for Jonathan Drouin and a conditional 6th-round pick. And the condition is, if Sergachev plays more than 40 games this upcoming season, then the picks do not happen. So, in my opinion, I think the picks are going to stay the same. I don't think he's going to play in the NHL, in my opinion. 40 games, I don't think so. But anyway, big blockbuster news. I remember reading, and thank goodness I did not make a video just when this video, the news occurred, because I was not that happy. Just because the fact that I was a big fan of Sergachev. He only had one season in the organization, and I think it was a position that was a little bit thin in the defensive position, especially with prospects, and especially with Markov getting older and Weber, who is 30 something, and then you have Emelin, who's blah. Jordy Ben's decent, Jeff Petry's pretty good, Beaulieu was inconsistent, and Nesterov is garbage. So that's a problem. Who knows, maybe they can find a nice cheap replacement in a trade or in free agency or maybe even in the draft. Possibly. I'm not gonna count that out. But thank goodness I have a whole day to think about this trade. And this is not a PK Subban trade reaction. That trade, man, that's the trade that ruined my day. But this trade, I was intrigued by. I was just intrigued. I'm like, okay. I was mixed and all, and I think I kind of like it in a sense. If Sergachev reaches his potential, then man, that D line for Tampa, Hedman and Sergachev, nasty. But let's talk about Drouin. He was a former 3rd overall pick in 2013. He had a slow start during his time in Tampa Bay. 2 seasons ago, that was a whole mess where he was sent down, and then he was trade me or don't trade me or whatever. That was a mess. But recently, he has picked up in 73 games last year. He scored 53 points, 21 goals, 32 assists. Pretty good. And he's only 22 years old, and that's crazy, man. And I kind of like this. I kind of like this deal. I just hope this doesn't bite ourselves in the ass or anything like that. But the reason why I don't love this trade, and I think, is because we might be losing a player by the name of Alex Galchenyuk. I heard there's reports that the Canadiens are, listening to trade offers, and it's gotta be, if I was a GM, if I was in Bergevin's shoes, a trade for Galchenyuk has to be good. It has to be really good, or just don't trade him. That's that simple. In my opinion, he's a left winger who I guess will probably be playing center because the management. I doubt that. So I guess who's gonna be this number 1 center? Is it gonna be Drouin or Pacioretty? It should be Pacioretty. I don't know. Maybe it'll swing to the right wing. Who knows? Maybe it signals the end of Radulov's tenure. Because I would love for him to stay. He was a great player last year, but there's reports that he's asking for too much money, so that could be an option. Which is understandable. If it's for that, I like Radulov, but that's understandable. He's asking for too much, and especially with some money that we've locked up for for like contracts like the one that now we have Weber, and we have to re-sign players like Pacioretty and Price very soon, and so that's going to be very important. And yeah, so that's okay. I can see that. I can see that as you can say, a replacement in a sense. But oh my God, imagine the first line of Pacioretty, Galchenyuk, and Drouin. Imagine that. That would be deadly. Absolutely deadly. So, man, just think about that. That's tasty. It's tasty. So, yeah, but this doesn't mean the end of Galchenyuk's time in Montreal. Man, what a mishandled player. Man, like, I don't get how they mishandled Galchenyuk. Another third overall pick the year before Drouin was picked. How do you mess up a player like that, man? How do you do that? He's a center. He is a center. I don't get it. I just don't get what they were doing. And I hope he still stays. I really hope so. And, jeez. I just hope he's not traded. I really hope that he's not traded. So now, like, who's like the top defensive prospect in the Canadiens organization? I think it's Noah Juulsen, former first-round pick in 2015. I don't think he has the elite potential that Sergachev had, but I think he has good potential. But I do think our defensive prospects are below average after Juulsen. So yeah, that's my opinion. So I do think we probably have to go. In my opinion, first round. I think we might go defenseman as again, unless they have someone and I at the later rounds, which we obviously have to see. The draft is coming up next week, so I'm very excited. Obviously, the expansion draft is happening next week as well, so that's going to be very exciting and very scary because now Sergachev was an exempt player, and now Tampa Bay is saving a spot, and now the Canadiens have to use a spot for Drouin. He signed a big, massive deal just yesterday as well. 6 years, like $33 million. That's a lot of money. Big money. Like I say, he's only 22, so that's going to go to he's like 28, which is like he's pretty much entering his prime. And yeah, that's going to be one spot right there. So like, who's some of the obvious spots that are going to be used? So I don't know if Price has like a no trade clause, but that's goalie, so we have to protect them. Like, if we have to protect at least one. So obviously Pacioretty, I would Hudon. You can probably see. Let's actually go through some of the big ones. Okay, yeah. So Drouin, Pacioretty. I think he has to protect Weber. I think he has a no trade clause. I would protect Markov. I would protect Gallagher. Hey, this is the end of Radulov, then just don't protect him. I would protect Hudon. Deneau, Byron. Obviously, those are very. I don't know how many I just counted. That's like about like 7 or 8. So that's like, it's just like enough. So yeah, that's be really tough. And obviously, I'm not the GM, so I'm not making these tough decisions. So I'm just wondering what, Bergeron has up his sleeve. And I've been critical for him throughout this whole year. And because it was just such a disappointing year, man. It was such a disappointing year. But who knows? There's a week away till the expansion draft. I'll be watching that all day. This is going to be an exciting week of hockey. Very, very exciting. With the NHL awards, we have obviously expansion draft, NHL 18 reveal trailer during the awards, and the NHL draft. And then that next week, it's going to be free agency. It's going to be awesome. So I'm very, very excited to see what happens next for not only the Canadiens, but for all of the teams around the league. So, in my opinion, it's not a SUBBAN trade. Absolutely not. I actually kind of like this trade. I kind of like it. I don't love it, especially if we have to see what happens, later on. What's the future hold for Galchenyuk or Radulov, and see how Sergachev's going to develop. At least with like the draft picks, I think we have like 3 drafts. Is, I guess it's fine. I guess. And I guess we get a 6th round pick. So whatever. I don't think we have a lot of late round picks in these next couple of years because we waste on freaking. I was about to say the F word, but I just want to hold off on that. I wasted all my F bombs on my last sports talk, video, which you guys could go see as that's a plug if I ever heard one. So yeah, we wasted on freaking Dwight King and Steve Ott and Andreas. No, we didn't use Andreas Morrison, thank goodness. So how about we sign for 1 year? Oh my god. So anyway, my grade for this trade, I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. I liked it. I don't love it, but I like it. But obviously we have to see how this trade will unfold. Maybe I'll do a recap on the PK Subban trade soon, possibly because it's gonna be soon over a year since that trade was made. So guys, what are your thoughts on this deal? Did you like this deal from Tampa Bay side or Montreal side? Anything, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe for more content on this channel. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Game of Fame, and I'll see you guys next time.